Welcome to this live broadcast. And in this live broadcast, we are going to discuss about why your book deserves to be more than a PDF. So this is for especially nonfiction authors who are selling books either on Amazon or selling them as PDF in their books, or maybe using third parties to sell their books. My name is Narkisho, author of Ready for Marriage. So I'm not talking about this one from lack of experience. I've done this myself. I've written my first book was Ready for Marriage. Uh, that I made mistakes with. It was selling only as a PDF, no upgrades. I went about selling hundreds of copies of this until I realized this later on. So, how do you turn your book, which is just a PDF or maybe on Amazon or with third party sellers, to be a book that generates results and even for your higher end programs? So, here's the brutal truth about your book. Let's say people are interested in your book that you've written and they read it. Most of the times, the ones who complete that book to the end of the book is about 30% of them. If your book is very interesting, many a times it could be even less than 10% of the people buy your book end up reading the whole of it. I did a survey some times back and tried to ask people who bought my book, how far have you gone? It's astonishing. It's a very low rate of people who are not not reading your book to the end of it. And the sad fact is that even for those who read it up to the end of it, 80% of what they have read, they forget all about it within 48 hours. So if all you have is your book, then what it means is that even the ones who read, the 30% who read it to the end of it, may forget what you are trying to, the message that you're trying to pass to them. They never implement your advice. They never implement whatever you're trying to pass to them from your book. And they never contact you, especially if you're selling with third parties like Amazon or or maybe third party book distributors and book publishers. You never get to contact those who buy your book. It's a very sad fact. So what does that mean? That means your years of experience, your sacrifice for writing that book has gone to waste and it has hit a dead end. It's a sad fact. How many resonate with this? So it's a sad fact, it's a brutal reality that people never finish reading that book. Most of the people buy your book will never finish reading it. Whether it's Amazon, however thrilling it may be, very few books get even a 50% completion rate of buyers. And that wastes a lot of years of your experience. The question is this the legacy that you wrote your book for? What was the reasoning behind writing your book? What message did you want to pass? And is this really the way to pass that legacy, that information that you want to pass to your buyers? So the brutal truth is that only less than 30% of people will read your book to the end. And even the ones who read it, they'll forget 80% of what they have read in your book after 48 hours. That means it really does not get that much impact. I know I am a good I'm a buyer of books. I'll just to get you to my Amazon Kindle. Let me just load it and show you the number of books that I've bought. I believe I'm one of the good readers, but what percentage do I read? Let me just tell you, out of the 100, maybe that will take a lot of my time. Out of the hundreds of books that maybe I've not finished 100% of less than 100%, less than 30% of the books I have read 30% of them. I believe it resonates with so many people. So the question is, the $10,000 question is, I tell this a $10,000 question because that's the opportunity you're missing with your book per month. Your book has the potential of bringing you much more apart from the sale of the book. Yeah. So even the ones who read your book buyers, how do they get more help from you? If there's no way they can contact you, you don't collect the email list, you don't even know get a feedback from them. Of course, in Amazon, you'll get a feedback of those who review your book, but that's a very little percentage of those who read to the end of the book. But even those who review it positively, do they apply it? How do you monitor that application of what they've learned in your book? Have they implemented your system step by step, whatever you are posting to them? How do they stay accountable in the process so that whatever they are trying to implement from your book, they complete it to the end of it? Or they just read for the sake of it, but they don't implement. There is no implementation strategy of your book. Yeah. How do they become your ideal client for your high-end products? Let's say if you're just writing your book, but you don't have maybe a coaching program, maybe a training program, maybe a live training program, your book should just be the foundation to sell your other programs. It should not just end at the end of the book. You should be able to create other programs apart from your book, which will help people, your book readers, to be able to apply whatever you're trying to show them in the book. And that's how those who are successful authors do. It takes a lot of effort, despite the fact that right now AI is making it much easier, but it's still not that easy to write a book to completion. Some people postpone it for years. I postponed it for years, almost over 40 years of my life. I started wanting to write a book when I was in high school. Uh, but that came to fruition many years after college. That's when I was able now to write my book. It's taken a lot of sacrifice for you to write your book. It should really pass that message, and people should be able to implement whatever you want to communicate to them. So, and then you should have higher programs based on your book that will enable your book buyers to ascend to maybe a coaching program, maybe a one-on-one program, maybe you have a live training that you want to conduct. Maybe there's something that you're planning to do. So it shouldn't end at the book sale and the reading of that book, which many few don't. So right now there is actually no way of your book buyers contacting you. There is no system that they will use to implement your book. There's no process of staying accountable to ensure that whatever you want them to accomplish with your book, they're accomplishing that. So there's no guarantee that they're doing it. They can't do this. So what's the solution? If your book could capture every reader's contact information, what if your book could guide them through implementation of whatever you're passing, the message that you're passing to them, the methodologies, the new discovery that you made, what you want to share with them out of your life experiences to make sure that they're also implementing to get the same achievements that you've achieved. That you can book them into a calendar and talk to them face to face and enroll them in your other programs. How do you turn your book into a source that will give you passive income? That will mean your book will enable you to generate some income even as you sleep. You cannot do that if you just have your PDF as a book, if you're just selling your book on Amazon or maybe through third parties. This is possible. It's not a fantasy. When I talk about capturing the contacts of those who buy your book and answering their questions, booking them in a calendar to let them talk to you, this is not a fantasy. It's a possibility. And that's what I build for authors every week. So it's possible to do that. Like one of our clients, Sarah, who wrote a productivity book and sales were good. But despite the sales that were good, they had zero reader follow-up. They had no email list growth. They had no coaching inquiries for her coaching business based on that book because she was only selling them on Amazon. So after we built the book app, we had 1,200 new email subscribers, 47 discovery calls, and 23,000 in a coaching revenue. and 4.8 star user rating of her book. Same book, different delivery. So this is not fantasy. It's something that's real. How do you do this? So let's do some revenue math. For example, if you have a 15 books, and I made some app that that talks about this. Let me just take you through that app to see the potential of that calculation. I'll leave a link to that app in the comment section of this book. So this is some app that we've made to help you do the calculation yourself, and you can get it book revenue calculator in our website. So let's say your book is costing your book price is, let's just say a PDF you're selling it at $15, the average selling price of most books. And for somebody who subscribes to your email list, the average value of somebody who subscribes to an email list, who is an engaged buyer of a book, for example, is on average $50 or even more. So this is conservative. So let's say that every person who signs up in your email list is worth that sign up is worth $50. And let's say 15% of the readers of your book book a call with you. Maybe a discovery session, maybe to explore how you can help them better apart from the book. Let's say 15% on average of your book buyers or book readers book a call with you for maybe to make inquiries into your other programs. And for everyone who books a discovery call, it's worth 500. Every book. With experience, as you do this many and many times, those who have done this know this, you can be able to calculate the lifetime value of your customer. And so when somebody books a call with you, you talk to them about your program, then that's worth 500. So, and then 20% of those that you have a discovery call with will turn into buyers of your high ticket programs. And let's say your program only costs $2,000, maybe a coaching program, maybe it's a group coaching program, maybe it's a one-on-one implementation strategies that you use for your clients. Let's say it costs $2,000. And let's say the number of engaged readers, let me start with a smaller number. Let's say you're just starting up and 100 people buy your book. What does this mean? So that means the lifetime value per reader is $199. Not all those who read your book will subscribe or will upscale to your high ticket programs, but I've explained the conservative percentages there, and that turns every book reader, the value of a reader, to $199, from $15 to $199. So with just 100 buyers and with this system that we're proposing here, that we build, especially building an app and such that will help you in, it is turning your book reader, the lifetime value of a book reader, from $15 to $199. You can do a calculation. If you already know this, these are conservative ratings. You'll get the default ratings there. And if you have not calculated, you ask, these are conservative ratings that you will be able to achieve if you follow a system that's proven to work, like the one that we're proposing for you. And at the end of that, if you feel like you want to work with us, just click on Get Started at the bottom of that calculator to know more about this, and we can help you to, then you can book a call with us, especially on the book app. You turn your book into an app discovery session that will have a 30 minutes chat. No no strings attached. Will help you look at your book broadly in a way that probably you've never thought about it before. So, so that turns your book buyer's value into from $15 per book to 190. Let's say now you have 1,000 buyers, which is normal for most of the books that I've come across. Some sell thousands of dollars. So let's say it's 1,000. It means your revenue grows to 199,000. Your lifetime value of your customers remain the same. Let's maybe reduce this and say that you sell your book at $7. Your lifetime value of your clients is still one of every book reader is 191, and your total revenue still remains 191,000. So if it's only 1,000 books, then that will mean if you're only selling the book, then the number of engaged readers is 1,000. That means you'll get only $7,000. But if you have other programs and you're able to contact your buyers and assign them to other high ticket programs, it moves from $7,000 to $191,000. And that's a 27 times 3x return on investment. Let's even go deeper, because some PDF sometimes it's not that expensive. You sell it, let's say at $3. You'll still be able to sell 187,000 out of 1,000 buyers. Let's say 100 buyers. If you're doubting this, that means you'll sell 18,000 if you follow what we're suggesting to you here. And let's say you've gotten good at this, and you have, like, let's say 3,000. You have 3,000. I have some cold, so forgive me for my voice. You have some 3,000 book readers, and you're selling your book at $3. It still means you will sell, instead of selling 3,000 times 3, instead of selling 9,000 for your book, which you're selling at $3, you will be selling $561,000. So let's say you get good at it, and maybe for every 100 people book a call with you to discuss about your high ticket program and how you can help them, let's say you increase it to 30%. 30% of them enroll in your high ticket program. That takes the lifetime value of your customer to 217 instead of $3. And then the sales for 3,000 book readers is 651,000. These are conservative figures. It's possible to achieve, especially if you dedicate to this and you build a system that helps you to achieve this. So what I'm trying to say is that this is a possibility. And you can go and calculate it. If you already have, if you know the lifetime value of your client, which is important to know, then go to this page. I'll leave a link, and then do those calculations and see how much more you can be able to achieve, especially if you're able to collect the contacts of your book buyers. Okay, so I think I've done that revenue math that you can calculate. So just go to that page, revenue calculation app that you've built specifically for this, and go check on it. Maybe you're saying to yourself, but I'm not tech savvy. I don't understand tech. I don't have time to do all this. I can only write. You don't need to be tech savvy these days. You only need your book content, you only need your expertise, and your desire to help more people. Our technical team always will handle all the technical development, the app design and user experience, the AI training and integration of your book, the launch and optimization. So your job is to keep writing and teaching and keep changing lives, delivering what you want to deliver. So the tech part, if you're not technical in this, leave it to us. But if you're technical in this, you can also apply it. So we always have three investment levels for this book app development. So the starter uh, is 500 web app with far core features. I'll leave a link to the page where we have these offers that we have. That there's growth panel, that there is premium panel. So I'll leave a link. You can check on this in our landing page that we have for this. So this week I'm offering 5 complimentary book app blueprint sessions to assess your book's app and potential, and see real examples from other authors. Get a custom implementation roadmap. No pitch, just pure value of the 30 minutes. One thing that we'll do in the call with you is not to sell you. We want to really understand if we can help you. If we cannot help you, we will not go further than that free session. But you'll get a lot of value from it. It's worth $500 free for this week only. This will we will soon start charging this based on the number of applications that we're getting. But you can check that at that link for booking that strategy session is down there. So the choice is yours. The choice is really yours. Maybe you're hesitant to pick on this. You have one option to keep your book as a PDF, where you hope that people will implement whatever they have read in your book, and that you miss the opportunity, the follow-up opportunity. You will never meet your buyers. You will never talk to your buyers. You can never be sure if they'll complete reading your book. You can never be sure if they will implement among the 30% who shall have read that book. You don't know if they will implement it. Then there's an option, the second option for you, that to transform a book into a business asset, to guide your readers through the implementation, to build your email list automatically. The moment they buy your book, they get into your email list. That means they are automatic. That's an automatic buyer list that you have. It's very important to have a buyer list. Those who have expressed interest in your product and are able to buy your product. We always suggest that we start with selling your book at even a lower price, especially if you're an author who is not yet known. And you'll generate revenue from your expertise. It has taken you a lot of experience to learn what you've learned. It has taken you a lot of effort and experience to write your book. Completion. There's so many people who've started writing their books, but they are not able to complete it. For you, you are able to. If you're aspiring, that's a good beginning. You can start today. It's easier today to come up with a book like more than it was 1 year ago or even 2 months ago, especially with the use of AI. If you have questions, please type them in the comment sections of this book, and we will surely answer all your questions. If you're still here, you see the vision. Tomorrow, 3 authors will 10x their income with interactive books. You could be one of them. So book your blueprint session with us, and let's discuss how far your book could go. Tag an author in this live who you think can benefit from this. And I believe this has opened your eyes. It is not possible to only have this as a book PDF. There's much more that you can do. There's much more that you can do with your book. Your book is just a first step to a better future. What would you do I want to take you to the landing page of where we are giving this offer. Kavanagh. We are currently running an offer. If you check those slides, the prices were a little bit different. So this is the landing page where we are giving this offer. For us, you choose your package that you want, then you share your book and the requirements that we'll give you. You don't have to pay upfront. You don't have to pay upfront. You for the starter, which is costing $500, you only pay $100 to get started, and it will be completed. Your app will be completed within 5 to 7 days. The growth package is $1,500. You can check. You can go check on that page. Kavanagh, I'll leave a link at the comments of this, the comments and the description of this video, this live. And there's a premium package. If you want 2 apps, maybe you want the web app, you want the Android app, you want Google, that is in Google Play, or you want the Apple Store, then you can check it out on our page. I want to thank everyone who has been with me in this live session, and please leave your comment. We will answer all your comments. And thank you for being with me.